All right, greetings from Ireland. I'm going to show you how to copy and paste for your research booklets today. I know you're all excited to do that, and I am going to not print them until tomorrow. So you'll have today and tomorrow to get your images into the Google Drive. Okay, so here, and you'll notice mine's Google UK, but what I want you to do is go ahead and click on your waffle if you're not already in your drive, but hopefully you'll be able to log in quickly. So here's my drive. And once I'm here, I'm going to click on shared with me. Now, what I did last night is I shared a document with you. So once you click on this shared with me, it's going to give you something, a folder that looks like this, but it says research underneath it. And mine's in my drive, so it's going to say research pictures like this. And so you're looking for a research template. And so you're going to double click on the research template. Now, once you open this up, you'll see that there's one picture up here, and Matthew's logged in. And then there is a map down at the bottom. Okay, so before you do anything to this, you need to come up here to File, and then hit Make a Copy. Now, when you get here, you're going to click right here, and you're going to delete copy of, and you're going to put your name. So let's pretend to be Matthew for a second. Matthew Research Template. And I'm going to click OK. I don't need to share it with the same people because I don't need everybody to see mine. Does that make sense? Or we can click that. It doesn't matter. And click OK. All right. So now if I look up here, I've got two tabs. I've got the original research template, and then I have Matthew research template. I'm going to go ahead and X out of the research template. If I don't X out of that and someone goes in and changes it, it changes it for everybody. So we have to make a copy. So I'm going to show you one more time how to do that. All right, so if you double click on the research template, and so this is a template for everybody to use. I'm going to click on File, Make a Copy, and then right here, I'm going to change the name of it. So this time I'll be Destiny. And I just click share it with the same people if we want, and OK. Okay, so now again at the top I've got Destiny with a research template, and I've got the original research template. I'm going to X out of this one, so all I have is the one that I named. And then over here where it says name, I'm going to type in Destiny and my country. Oh, Destiny, I don't remember what country you had. Shoot. Nope, Kale was Cuba. Well, I'll put Mrs. Cooper's. It's Switzerland. So these are actually pictures of Switzerland on here. So I've got one small one, and then I've got the map. So the reason that this picture is so small is because that's the size that your pictures need to be. So I'm going to click on a new tab, and it's going to take me to Google. And I'm going to, remember we want pictures that fit what we wrote about. So if I'm going to write about Switzerland, I'm going to say something about mountains of Switzerland. And I'm going to want images. So I'm going to click on images. And the Matterhorn is a famous mountain in Switzerland, so I could choose that. I could choose this one. It actually has the flag in it. I think that's pretty cool. So here's what you do. So I clicked on that picture and I'm looking at it. I am going to click View Image, and then if I right click on it, I'm going to put Copy Image. So it's kind of like we're copying the text, but this time it's a picture. So I just right clicked or two finger click, and then hit Copy Image. And then I'm going to go back up here and click on the tab that says Destiny Research Template. And I'm just going to click anywhere on the page, and I'm going to hit those keys, Control V, and it's going to paste that picture in. Now, do you notice my picture's kind of stuck? I can't move it very well. I can't move it wherever I want. So these boxes down here tell you how you want it to be with the text and how you want it to be on the paper. And we want to break the text so we can move the picture wherever we want. So now I can move it over here or over here. But if I hold it up close to this one, do you notice how it's a little bit bigger than the picture Mrs. Cooper put in? So I need to drag on the corner and make it smaller so it's about that same size. So there's one picture. I got a picture for the landforms. Okay, so I've put that in there and I'm done with that picture. Now I'm going to leave Mrs. Cooper's picture because it's how I judge my size. And I could even move this one up here. And if you notice, if we wanted to stretch that a little bit, we could. So it's the same size as Mrs. Cooper's picture. All right, so I'm going to go back up here to my tabs and I need to find another picture. And I could maybe find a picture of the symbols of Switzerland. So I'm going to type in here symbols of Switzerland, or maybe a lot of you found a coat of arms. You could type in coat of arms of that. And here, in fact, we have a coat of arms. So I might pick this for my third paragraph. That would actually be a really good one. I can click on view image like I did before, or if I want, I can actually just right click here or 2-finger click, go down to copy image, go back up to where it says Destiny Research Template, or it'll say your name, click on the page, and then I'm going to hit Control V to paste it, and look what happened. This is this page, this is the second page, and now my original map is on the third page. That is going to happen, especially if you find a really, really large picture. And this one was a big picture. So I'm going to click on my picture, and I'm going to find the bottom of it, and I'm going to hit Break Text. That way I can control it a little bit easier. And the first thing I need to do is make this baby smaller. So I'm just going to drag that corner in. And see, once I made it smaller, do you notice how it disappeared? It's actually just moved up to the other page. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move it over here and see how the size is going. And I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller because I want to put it vertical. And in my booklet, my pictures are kind of a sideways shape. So I'm going to go ahead and I think that's a good size. So even if you get a big picture, you can make it small like that. Okay, and then since this one is still Mrs. Cooper's picture, I found this one for paragraph 2 and this one for paragraph 3. So I need to find a picture that has something to do with the people maybe. Population. Maybe if I type in, well, that's not really going to get anything good, is it? What if I did people? People of Switzerland? Ooh, how about traditional people of Switzerland? That might be good. And so this is going to show a lot of different things about how they used to dress. Aren't they silly? But very cool. I kind of like that one. This one's probably going to be a big picture though. But I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this one. I like it because it's got those kiddos in it. So I right clicked and then I put copy image. And then I came over here to back to my template and I click on my paper and I just hit Control V to paste it on there. Now you see it kind of moved things around again. So what I need to do is click on that picture, hit Break Text, and then make that guy smaller. And then it looks like it disappears, but if I scroll up, it's right here. So I'm going to drag it over to see if I can get it to be about the same size as my other one. I might want to drag it a little bit this way. When you're resizing your pictures, it's a good idea to use these corner arrows because it keeps the proportions of your picture. If you take it and you drag from the sides, either the top or the bottom or the left or the right, it's going to stretch your people out. So look what happens to my people when I do that. They just look a little bit different. I don't really want them to look like that. I want them to look normal. Or I could make them really tall and skinny like that. but we don't want to do that either. So when you're sizing the pictures, try to only use these corner arrows because it keeps the proportion. But if you have to a little bit, I mean, it would be okay if I made them a little bit taller. And I could bring them a little bit in so it matches the other picture. And it doesn't change them too much. But now I've got my 3 pictures here. Okay, for my 3 paragraphs. So this would be the people, paragraph 1. This would be my landforms and natural features, paragraph 2. And this would match my coat of arms for paragraph 3. And then once I glued them in, I could put my captions with them. I'm still going to leave Mrs. Cooper's picture on there because that was the template. And then down at the bottom, we have this map. And I'm going to scoot it up just a little bit. Now, I went and found a map of Switzerland already. So what you could do is just go back to Google and in the top, just type in, map of, and then whatever your country is. So I might want just kind of a plain map. So I'm going to look through here. And some of them are going to end up being really, really huge maps. So let me show you something. Do you see when I click on a picture and it has these numbers down here, like 600 x 400, or on this one it says 1800 x 1200? We want these numbers to be smaller. Okay, so 600 by 400 would be perfect. This one is going to be really huge when you put it in your document. Oh, I found a really cool map. Look at this guy. Oh, that's 1600 and 1100. That's going to be really, really large. Let's go ahead and copy and paste it, and I'll kind of show you what happens when it gets so big like that. Okay, so I right-clicked or 2-finger clicked. I'm going to copy image. Then I'm going to go back up here to the tab and see my little blinky light. So I clicked on there, and I'm just going to hit Control V to paste it on there. And, oh, it didn't do too bad. It didn't end up being too large. Looks like it cut some of it off. We're going to hit Break Text. And then I'm going to squeeze that guy in. And I'm going to bring it up to the other paper. Whoops. Or the other page. Let's see if it'll go up there. Because I want to see if I can get it to be that size of the map that Mrs. Cooper already put in there. I'm going to see if I can drag it. See, it's going to end up being really large if I do that. And so if I put it on top of Mrs. Cooper's picture, do you see how much taller it is? That's not going to fit in my published booklet very well. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm going to move this one down here. Woo, and there it goes. It's getting crazy on me. So I might actually not want to use this one. And what I'm going to do if I don't want to use it is I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to hit the backspace or the delete button and it totally gets rid of it for you. So again, you can just hit, if I click on that picture, I can just, if I'm over here, I want to see those blue lines around the outside. And if I don't want it anymore, I'm just going to hit the backspace or the delete button. All right, so I still need to find a map. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go to this. Let's see. Maybe this one. This one had 600 by 400. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and copy image. And then go back up to my research template. And I'm going to hit Control V. And this one I can already tell is probably going to be closer to my other size. I'm going to hit Break Text so I can move it around wherever I want. And you'll notice it hops around on you. Don't panic. It just kind of does that. I'm going to see if I can get it up to that page. And I can already tell it's not as long as that other picture, but it looks about the same size as this one. So I'm actually just not even going to mess with it. I'm going to let it go because if I drag it out like this, see, the bottom's going to get taller as I try to make it longer. And if I stretch it out, I could do that a little bit and it won't change too much, but it's kind of mess up the proportions of your country. All right, so once I have this, I've got my name, or Destiny's name, Switzerland. I have my 3 pictures. and I have my map, then I am good to go to share it with Mrs. Cooper. So I've got share on here, and it already says that I am sharing it with all these people, but I want you to go ahead and type in and share it with Mrs. Cooper. So you're going to type in Erica Cooper, and you'll see me right there. And I'm just going to click on that, and you'll see my picture pop up, and then hit send, and then I'm done. Okay? Once I'm done with that, I can just X out, and I can get rid of all of that. I would say the most important thing is when you open that template to go over here to File and hit Make a Copy. When you do that, you're going to want to put your name right here. That way I know who it belongs to. So this time I could be Kale. And I know Kale's going to look for pictures of Cuba, so I'm going to hit OK. Alright, so I've got Kale Research Template up here, but then I've got the one that doesn't have a name, and I'm going to close that because whatever happens, if I go in and if Matthew see his name right there, if he starts typing on this, all of you will see his typing, and we don't want that. So I'm going to X out of that one, and I'm going to keep the one that says Kale. Then by name, I'm going to type Kale. Country, I'm going to type Cuba, and then I'm going to go and look for those pictures again. Okay? I hope that makes sense and answers any questions you might have. So yeah. Oh, and I've had a couple people share with me on, let's see, I've had Dalton, or not Dalton, Hunter and Destiny and Matthew and Cassie have shared some things with me. And I've tried to type back to everybody who shares letters with me. So make sure today that you use your time to look for these pictures. It didn't take me very long to do it, but I've had a lot of practice. So anyway, I hope you all have a good day. Make sure you stay focused on finding your pictures. And I'm going to share this video with you in Google Drive, so if you need to watch it again, then you can. All right. I miss you all. Bye.